Getting the recording started and ready to rock and roll. All right, you guys, this is Wisdom Wednesday. This is a Rated G Live. We do this a couple times a month with the co-founders, Zach and DT, to give you all the updates on Favorited that you're interested in looking at. Of course, we are absolutely 100% behind the transparency here. Hi, Nut. Thank you so much for popping in here, sweetheart. The transparency here that is exhibited by the leadership team is bar none. They absolutely are killing it with how they are just willing to talk about everything. The fact that we are building this app together as a community is such a great opportunity for all of us. And of course, we are still in beta. We're still in beta. So there's a lot of things that are happening here on Favorited that, sometimes can cause frustration, especially when you are trying to run a business and, make a living. So we want to make sure that everyone does understand as an app in beta is being developed, we all need to work together to ensure that everything that we are doing to test out is being reported. If you're experiencing a glitch, if something's not working, that you're going into your profile and putting in a support ticket to ensure that it's absolutely being looked at. Of course, we're all using different devices. We all have different Wi-Fi's and different times of day we stream. So if we can get as much data as possible over to our support team, we can ensure that when we do go full live launch, we have an incredible app that we can offer to everyone. Of course, we know how great it is here on Favorited. It's the app for people who love to love, but we are a little bit late. I'm a little bit late getting started. I had a little audio issue for some crazy reason. So if you can please share this live out and get high knees in the seats. High knees in the seats. We want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to get this information directly from our leadership team at Favorited. By the way, VidCon, the push for VidCon is the competition is over, but there's still opportunity to get out to VidCon on your own. Of course, it's going to be a great event, and we're going to talk to DT and Zach about that. We'll talk about all the other things that you guys always want to have updates on, right? Filters and sharing the live and sending private messages. Hi, LG. How you doing? Midnight Talker. Hi, my gorgeous, incredible Sweet Pea is here. Sin is here. Alicia is here. Thank you so much. Be the vibes. Queen Naf, the queen is here. I am Jen is here. Trudy with the booty. Estes, thank you so much. Make sure you're following everyone. This is a great follow room, a great grow room, and a huge group always comes over. DG is here. Thanks so much for being here. Hook and Book. Quasi is here. Cousin Vinny, thank you so much. K, baby K. Terry C. Love. Texas Katie. Woo! My gorgeous JB Symbol. Black and White is here, the artist. Absolutely amazing to have you guys here. Make sure you're following everyone. And of course, if you are going to ask questions, please put them in the chat. If you spam the chat, we don't have as much opportunity to catch those questions. I do have a list of things that we want to ask our leadership team about, but if you have your own questions and you want to participate in creating the script for these weekly events, please pop into our Favorite Favorites fandom Discord. Click on my profile here. If you're not following me, please follow me, of course, and then click on that Discord, join that group, and you can pop into the various community events that we host here on my live. We do the Wisdom Wednesday. Why are you acting silly? 6-7. What's up, brother? Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. Hi, Vlasta. Yep, I love that you're here. My gorgeous Gypsy is here. Ava's here. Thank you so much. Tails and Tilly. I am Jen. Thank you, my excellent friends, for being here. Amberskin. Thank you, Amberkins and Santa Chris. I'm so happy that you're here. One Shiesty. CBDJ. Everything's connected, you legend. Cook 'em, Lisa. Thank you so much. Maya Lane. Okay, you guys, absolutely follow everyone. Share this live out. Let's get a couple hundred in here before I try and connect with DT or Zach. I have a fear that we will not have enough before we get them here because I started late. I had an audio issue. I'm so sorry about that. Wow, my gorgeous, amazing Amanda, you are just a joy and a treasure. Thank you so much. Follow everyone, you guys. Follow everyone. Send this live out. I've got a list of things we're going to ask DT and Zach about. And then, of course, if you do join the Discord, you can contribute to building out our script for Wisdom Wednesday. We also have our Love to Love community box battles that everyone loves to come and play. Those are live community events. We also have, of course, our community showcase and our Learn and Grow lives. All right, you guys, we're going to get Zach in here and see if we can't connect with our excellent friend.
Hello, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good. I think it's just going to be me today. DT is deep into code.
Deep into development. Well, how long do we have you for? We don't want to keep you from important things.
So hard stop in 1 hour.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, so we do have the full hour, but I do have to go after that.
Okay, well, I just want to give a shout out to Generator throwing her gorgeous summit that she's earned. Thank you so much, Generator, for that. Make sure you guys are following everyone. And of course, this is Zach, our CEO, co-founder, and it is lovely to have you here on Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for being so willing to do these for us time and time again. It is such a big lift for the community. We have so many new friends that always join, that love to see the transparency that you and your leadership team are providing. And of course, the fact that we're building this app together, it makes it a lot more convenient for us to get updates right from the leadership team to ensure that we are giving the right information out to new friends as they join. You guys, this is Zach, our CEO and co-founder. And Zach, thank you so much again for joining Wisdom Wednesday. Let's start off with the buzz around the app. VidCon, the event has now officially ended. How are you guys feeling?
Pretty good. I mean, would have liked to start it off smoother because there was some stuff at the beginning of it, but I'm super excited about VidCon. A lot of people don't know what VidCon is, like in the app and even in like this mobile streaming world. But this will be my 11th straight year at VidCon, so
And you're
it's very
involved
exciting.
in creating it and being involved in the planning of it.
I've I'm on the industry advisor board. I don't personally plan it. Mylin, who you talked to last week, she planned it for a long time. She was like on the team, but I give advice, having been there for a really long time. Matt also has been there for a really long time on our team. It's kind of a centerpiece of the creator world. It started, it was just YouTubers. There weren't really other kinds of creators. Streaming even was like very, very, very tiny when VidCon started in 2010, and then mid 2010s is when there started to be like Vine and Instagram. There were some influencers just on Instagram, and then later on with TikTok, like there's been a and streaming became a lot bigger starting in the mid 2010s. But when it started and when I was going there, it was mostly just YouTubers. So people didn't even really say the word creators. It was just YouTubers. And
YouTubers.
even then, YouTubers weren't really making money. So it was mostly people doing it because they love content and then fans that were coming to meet up with them. Now it's much more of like an industry event where all kinds of creators come, and there's like, I mean, when I first went, I was on the industry side. I've been on the industry side the entire time.
Right.
And I would say there's probably 200 people at VidCon that were in the industry, and now it's like probably it's tens of thousands who are like industry people going to VidCon.
It
So
has blown
it's
up. Do
cool.
me a favor before we get too much further. Will you merge your chat, please, Zach?
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Thank you. I've got
it's
everybody
merch
over
chat.
here asking questions and giving comments and compliments,
Yeah.
and I'm just excited. So we had a great Wisdom Wednesday last week with Maya Lynn, who, again, like you said, had worked with VidCon before she joined the Favorite team. That there's a recording of that on the Your Favorite Megs YouTube channel. If you guys want to go take a look at that, we talked a lot about what to expect, and for those of us that haven't been involved, like you guys have, just some logistics and really interesting things that maybe we hadn't really thought about. Now, we did hear that you personally may be presenting during the conference. Is that right?
Yeah, I've given talks and panels and moderated for the last 3 or 4 years at VidCon. I don't know how much I'll have this time. I have at least one panel that I'm talking about, like paid content, subscriptions, or yeah, the various forms of paid content. My previous company, I was partnerships at Fourth Wall. They do both selling products and you can make a website. You can. Oh, is that a Fourth Wall?
Yeah, all my
Very
merch, you guys,
nice.
if you click on my Beacons link, my merch is all through Fourth Wall. And we did that.
Yep.
Head Fried Rice reminded me that you were involved with Fourth Wall. We can talk about
Yes.
Beacons too if you want. But yeah, it's been the most
And
amazing
I'm
experience that we don't have to pay up front for it. They do the shipping, easy to design.
Yep. Yeah, yeah, when I joined Fourth Wall, there was like I think 100 creators that had Fourth Wall websites, and now it's like definitely over 100,000.
Yeah.
So it was cool to grow that company. And like some of my favorite people over there, uh, when we throw that party at VidCon, it will be co-hosted with Fourth Wall.
Oh, no
My old
kidding.
Yeah, my old boss, and yeah, the team. So yeah, I'm excited to see them. I mean, they're not that far away from our office, but we've been so busy I haven't gotten to see them that much. And yeah, and I do know Beacons too. Beacons will be at there. I don't know who exactly will be there, but I'm sure that part of the Beacons team will be at VidCon, probably at the party too. So
For those of you that are
Yeah.
curious, beacons, some people will use like a link tree. We prefer beacons over here. I prefer beacons over here. There's my beacons link. It's a way for you to have all your different websites and socials linked together. And then it's just one link in bio. And beacons is a free service that has been great to work with. If you click on my link there, my beacons link, you can actually get a sign up link for your own as well. Love beacons, really loving Fourth Wall Zoc, really, really loving it, really loving it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a great product. But I wanted to say, like, the best thing about VidCon, and we can go to the rest of the questions, but
let's
the best thing about VidCon and the reason, so my career, I started working with creators and YouTubers, and I for a short period of time I left and worked in just like a normal tech company, and I missed the creator world a lot, but I kept going to VidCon, and it was continuing to go to VidCon that like inspired me to like come back into this industry, and that's like the inspiration that you get from VidCon, watching like really fantastic, really successful creators, YouTubers, all different kinds, talk about like how they work and how what their path was like and tips on how to do things and new tools that they're using. It's like that the inspiration is like by far the best thing I think for me. Like you get a lot of learning out of it, but you definitely get inspired and motivated to like, push and be better at what you're doing.
I love that. Well, there's three different tracks, right, for attendees.
Yeah.
I know that the highest level one gives you access to the entire conference. For brand new streamers, people that are just getting started, would you recommend they just go in on the mid-level creator track, or is it worth it to go up and get the whole ham?
The best stuff is all on the creator track.
Okay,
Like
that's the
industry
mid-level.
industry is valuable if you are like an industry, like a company that wants to work with other companies in the space. There's some value there, like it's super valuable. There's always value, but if you're a streamer or a creator and you want to learn on how to be a better streamer or creator, you want to meet other streamers and creators, it's creator track for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the mid-level one. There's
Yeah.
the entry level, which is like a fan track, and then what we want to focus on is how we can get that inspiration that you're excited about. Well,
Yeah.
then more on VidCon then. So we know that our event to get people there is closed. We can still absolutely have people go to VidCon, right? They
Yeah.
can go and attend and see everybody there.
Yeah.
Outside of the favorited welcome party, if people are there and they're not in the top 100, are there going to be any other way to get into that favorited exclusive welcome on the 18th, or is that it?
There might be. I mean, we might have more stuff to talk to people about for VidCon. Um, no promises. But even either way, like we're gonna be there the whole time. So there's other stuff that we'll be doing. Obviously, we're speaking. I guess my one talk right now is on the industry track.
Right.
I think, which probably shouldn't be. The which talks are on which level. Has adjusted over time. So I don't know exactly what it will look like there. I might be giving a talk on the creator track too, but that's up in the air still. So
Okay.
we'll see. But we'll be there the whole time. It's really like you walk and most of the time you're walking around doing stuff, meeting people. So I'm sure that I will run into like most of the people who come there, even if it's not at the party.
I love it so much. Well, we should have some kind of special something to identify each other. A secret handshake. If we maybe have a rebel yell, like I don't know. We'll have to come up with something, but like a call and response kind of thing, so we can identify our favorited favorites in real life. Um,
Well, everyone at the conference will be wearing some favorited stuff.
the
Everyone
the
who's there, the
lanyard,
lanyards,
right?
yeah. It will be
That's
that
right.
will be on everyone's neck.
Oh, it's gonna be, I am so excited. Well, I've already said for months I'm going regardless, right? And I'm going, and I'm not in top 20, and I'm still going. I'll be there with favorited merched out and ready to learn. But there were people that got the top 100 that do have a ticket in. When will they get additional details with that portion of the event?
Um, we each I don't know exactly when they'll have all the details. We will be rolling out more details from now through early June. By
Okay.
the time early June comes around, I think everyone should have all the information that they need, and they can plan around everything. We yeah, early June, but
Okay.
between now and early June, hopefully this week.
I mean, that's basically, yeah, a week and a half away is early June.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, lovely. By the way, if I don't see you, I know that this is probably not the right time for it, but if I don't see you between now and Sunday, happy, happy birthday, Zach, our dear. Happy days will
You
come to you
too.
all year. If we had a wish, then it would be everything, all the features and the updates and everything like rolled out and like a 12 hours of sleep for you. To you from me. That's our birthday wish for you, buddy. Very, very excited. Happy birthday to you
Thank you.
on the 25th. By the way, guys, Zach, our CEO and co-founder, here doing Wisdom Wednesday. If you have questions, pop them in the chat. We do have staff and MVP moderators in here answering questions, capturing it as we go. Please keep your chats rated G. I'm rated G. Otherwise, Speed Demon in the swear jar. Anything else you want to touch on with regard to VidCon before we move to the next
Yes.
topic?
I think, yeah, it's worth going. If you can get there, it's worth going. That's it.
Okay.
I don't want to promise anyone anything, because it's also, I know that some things are changing this year. So I don't know how it's going to look different from the last 11 years I've been there. It's changed a lot over time, but the best part about it also is like the people that you meet. Like there's the inspiration, but a lot of the inspiration is meeting really cool people who. So if anyone has like YouTubers that they're big fans of, that are going to be there, it's definitely worth going to like see them talk, and they're more. It's more inspiring in person than even watching them online.
And I mean, I know that there's like meet and greets and like fangirling out and stuff, but ultimately, like it's going to be the panels and the conversations that are had that are really going to be the long lasting. I would assume, right? The
Yeah.
information you take away. Okay,
Yep.
I'm
And
really
thank you
excited.
guys for the happy birthdays. I'll be back. I will be back on, either for my birthday or the day before. We'll see.
I love it. I'm so excited. I know. I
Thanks,
think I
guys.
think you're turning 1 year older than me, though. You're turning what? Are you turning 30 this year? Is it your 30th? It's only my
I'm turning
29th.
21.
Oh, dang it, I'm so old. I'm 29. I could be your older sister or something crazy like that. All right, you guys.
No,
Anything else on VidCon?
I'm turning 35.
35.
Through
Happy
mid
birthday.
30s.
Oh, halfway to perfection, man. Okay. All right. I've got a list of things that we always touch on. But before we do that, I just want everybody to remember that we do have a feedback website. So if you want to pop over to feedback.favorited.com and take a look at all the suggestions that are being made, that have been made, upvote those, add in your own if you don't see anything that's already listed. That is going to be a great resource for you to kind of get an update. There are some things on the roadmap there. Thanks, Gypsy, that will show you kind of where we are. Like the big most recent completion there is 2v2s. 2v2s are out and like rocking it, right? So there's other things on the roadmap that are like in progress.
Yeah. I mean, 2v2s also is not completely out either. There's more stuff that will come out around 2v2s.
Okay, that's cool. I love more stuff. Chat's giving you all these happy birthdays. I knew it was the perfect time to
Thank
do
you.
that. Let's go. Okay, that dang report button though. Here's the thing. I know. We talked about it and talked about it, and it seemed like it was going to be like a fast, easy fix, but it never is, right?
Yeah. That's everything. What are we talking about? Everything.
Everything. The report button specifically.
Oh, the report button has moved, right? It's
I
moved.
mean, if it's moved, it wiggled a little bit, but not for everybody, right? I mean, the majority of everybody's saying it moved, but no, it glitches, it's no.
It
So we
moved,
did
but
our, yeah, we
it's
did
still
our love to
covering
love
stuff.
today, and it's still right where it was before. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, we will adjust it again. I mean, we had this. I had this conversation. I know that it did move. It did move. I know for a fact it did move, but it may not have moved to the right spot. So we need to figure that out. It's in the
Uh,
exact same place. How many people say yes if it has moved and no if it is in the exact same spot? Yes. No. Yes. No. Yeah. Okay, more
50-50.
no's than yes.
So
Even if you okay.
Well,
Interesting.
so what's the okay, so what if are you on an iPad or an iPhone or an Android phone? Like, I mean, when I
Someone
both,
someone DM me a why people think that it didn't move at all. Someone on the team, whoever's watching.
and I can send in multiple screenshots
Jeremy,
and
are you watching?
recordings.
Android,
SWAT is just reminding you repeatedly about SWAT's badge,
iPhone's
by the
still
way.
there. Wait, say that again. SWAT.
SWAT is reminding you repeatedly about SWAT's badge. Zach, my badge. Zach, my badge. Zach, my badge.
Um, that
SWAT Sky
go.
Diamond.
Oh, Sky Diamond. Which badge are you? What badge are you talking about?
We're not
You mean
talking
for
about.
which badge?
She'll have to give you some VidCon
Yeah,
badge.
go hit up a VidCon badge. I don't think VidCon badges went out yet. Or the VidCon
Yeah, we don't have updates for that.
podium went out. But yeah, send. You can always send through to support and then ping me because then I will push on it. App update. I mean, the people who have updated recently, it's still in the same spot. The report button. Like I'm guessing all of these people haven't. Yes, yeah, they have updated.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, a couple times.
We'll move it
Okay.
again.
Okay, so we have some questions surrounding safety and security, and just prefacing this
Yes.
with we know we have a completely separate safety and security team. They're not in the mix.
Yeah.
We don't know who they are. Like it's very much on the up and up, right? But if we can
Yes.
just touch maybe, I know the community guidelines have very clear. Here's what will get you in trouble, but there isn't really a clear what are the ramifications, right? When is it a warning versus a temporary freeze versus a block or a suspension? I mean, is there, what can you can you just give us some updates on the safety and security?
Yes. So, I mean, some of the stuff is, we've written it in industry standard words. There is some judgment to be made by the trust and safety team. That judgment is usually we have very experienced, very well versed trust and safety team. We have segmented the trust and safety team for both legal and operational reasons. We segment them from leadership, from DT and myself. Obviously, we still talk to them and keep on top of everything, but we want them to be making calls on their own, so there isn't bias. There's also there is the reporting system. So reporting something versus having something not reported also matters to whether something is going to be actioned on or not. Um, I think that one of the things is like this. It is an imperfect science. So, like we're saying, there's judgment calls that are made, but obviously, like the number one thing is violent threats are taken very seriously. Um, we we action those, as soon as we get reports on them, and some of the process that we have is, I'll say that like some of the process that we go through in terms of actioning and then having appeals, some of that is on not something that we make completely clear
Okay.
because of also legal reasons. Because if there's sometimes with either threats or with some of the stuff that happens financially. There is like legal implications. There is potential law enforcement being involved, and so in that case, like we are specifically not going to be transparent about what is happening, like the full process.
Okay.
We also don't. We are also not fully transparent about everything because bad actors use transparency sometimes to try to get around processes. But I will
Right.
say this: it is we do action things fairly and evenly. It's not based on whether someone spends more money or less money, if someone's brand new or if they've been on the app for a really long time. We want to be fair to everyone who's on the app. It there may it may seem like that's not the case sometimes, but that is 100% the case. And whether we are I would say one of the things, one of the problems that we're trying to solve right now, and we will be solving with new tooling that we have on the back end, is that sometimes we are not actioning fast enough. So it seems like, oh, there's no action that has been taken here when it was actually just still in investigation before the action. So yeah, it's kind of a complex situation. The terms of service generally. Oh, where do we get dropped?
Best Buy throwing diamonds around here. Best Buy
Big
babies throwing
stuff.
diamonds around here. He is a
Best
diamond
Buy.
legend.
Congrats to the VidCon King. It'll be exciting to see you at VidCon.
I cannot wait to just look down on that short little man and squeeze him. You shush.
Wait, Best
You
Buy is
shush.
short? I didn't even know that.
I'm not talking about you. Best Buy's teeny, right? You're teen.
Is that true? I didn't even
No,
know
he's
that.
always he's busting people's chops about my height, and so I had to rub it
Oh,
on.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
sure he's you know, all right, it's fine. I'm the freak, right? I'm the freak. Best Buy. Okay, Best Buy baby, you guys, #1 VidCon. Let's go. Thank you so much. And while we have a brief moment for me to collect myself and try and backpedal away from this conversation, please follow everyone. Follow everyone.
Wait,
It is a
wait,
growing
how
in the
tall are you,
spotlight.
Megs?
6'1".
Are you really?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that. I don't know how I didn't know that. That's crazy. 6'1"?
Well, one of the things
You're
I
taller
love.
than me.
Well, you're 6, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be sure not to wear my heels. Okay, I'll wear my flats. No,
That's okay. I don't.
Come on, we're still going. Here we go. I'm just kidding.
Nice.
There's a whole lot. But here's the thing, though, guys. One of the things I love about being a creator here on Favorited is that IRL in the physical world, my body is something I'm really known for, right? So to have people like, I had no idea. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, right?
I love it.
You're disliking me for other reasons. All right, my darlings. Here's the thing. Let's give everybody a follow while we have a second. And remember, this is a Rated G Live. I'm so excited to get all of you in my little clutches and squeeze you. I'm so excited. Okay, Best Buy baby, thank you. Let me go back though. Okay, so the
Yeah.
security, trust, and safety team, right? I know that we talk about being transparent, and then one of the great things about you guys is that you give us
Yes.
so much information, but there really are reasons why you can't give us layout, you do
Right.
this, and here's this, right? So the step by step. But can you tell
Yes.
us at least what some of the actions are? Like is there a 24-hour block versus like a
If
warning
you,
email?
I'll say this: if you threaten someone physically and you brandish a weapon, that is a permanent ban. If you're brandishing, like I have this weapon, I'm threatening you, like that's a permanent ban. When a lot of threats, a lot of physical threats will result in permanent bans. There is conditional um, defense. Same thing as like self defense versus being the aggressor. There is conditional threats that may result in suspensions versus a permanent ban, as long as an appeal process is gone through to make sure that the threat is not credible. If it continues to escalate, the permanent ban will stand. If people, we want to be as forgiving and understanding as we possibly can be, but there's just some legal, like some of it is very specific and nuanced to the specific situation, and there's a lot of investigation. Banter taken into account, context taken into account. I'll say this, like we've definitely gone back and forth on specific slurs because some people like to be toxic, and that's part of their banter. And then some people, like, even if you're not, um, yes, scamming, not okay. Send any information through to Trust and Safety. Always. That's one of those financial things that we won't be transparent. We won't tell you exactly what's going on with someone, because anytime there's scamming or financial stuff involved, there may be down the line legal implications of that.
Right.
If there's legal implications, we cannot make any of that information public, right? So, but if there's anything happening, always safety@favorited.com. Or report it to support. But I like, that is to say, one of the things I was just about to say is basically like slurs are a good example where the context matters. So you cannot use a slur in the context of attacking someone. If like one of the things, and this is a nuanced conversation. I'm sure that my Trust and Safety doesn't really want me talking a lot about it, but the N word, for example, is something that is relatively nuanced. You cannot use it at any point. You cannot use it in an attack towards someone, even if it is playful banter. Like, even if you're bantering with someone and both people are okay. And yes, if you see it used in an attacking manner, please just report. Like, you guys are complaining about the report button, but there's a reason we put the report button visible there, because we need you to use it so that the Trust and Safety can action. And people are like, I got called. Well, then report. Come on, that's why we have a team.
And so
But
somebody
but
asked,
yeah, I
okay,
mean,
what happens when we report? And the bottom line is we're not going to go into detail, but that's
investigation.
exactly what happens. But it's
I
up
mean,
to them.
but it goes to the trust and safety team. There is investigations and the tooling that we have on, like, we have a lot of resources on the back end building out trust and safety tooling that you guys will never see. But what you will see is you'll start to see faster enforcement. You'll start to see more warnings going out, like you very fast warnings when someone does something. And the issues where it's like, okay, well, someone did this and nothing happened. Well, you still may think that, like, because warnings, when we send out warnings, we're not telling other people that we sent out the warnings. But people will get warnings. If children are streaming, please report them. There's no children that's streaming. If they get reported, they will be taken down. That is, like, we do our trust and safety team investigates everyone that is underage, reports of underage.
And if you have to be 18 to be streaming or in the
You
chat,
have to
you just
be
need the
Yeah, you have to
adult.
be 18 to be on the app. I have an idea of what I want to, like, maybe give like a countdown and let underage, like 16 to 18-year-olds be build up their streak without being on the app. That might be something that we do. But, like, yeah, they can't access the lives. It's
Yeah.
against terms of service.
There's just
But
too
yeah, it's
much that
just,
we do.
yeah, kid can be on the app if only if the parent is there with them. But they cannot be in control of the account.
Right.
So, you can't sign up as an adult and then give it to a kid.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
let's go back.
reporting. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so there's something, as a relative, as new to social media and let alone being a creator, there are a lot of reputations that I'm just not aware of. So there are people that are known scammers or known bad people that are making their way to favorited. And I think the assumption is correct that unless they have some kind of like legal block against them for using the app, which I couldn't imagine what it is, like they have to do
Yeah.
something wrong on favorited for it to become an issue here on favorited. Is that right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, unless there are very specific cases where if people are found guilty of certain crimes in court, if the trust and safety team has that, there will be a ban issued for that person.
Okay.
Very specific cases, but most of it is if you violate our TOS on the platform, um, and even if that violation then escalates and carries off the platform, you may be banned for your behavior. But we don't just like okay, this person did something wrong on a different platform and got banned from that platform,
Right.
then we're not gonna allow them on the platform. We want to be as forgiving and as we can be. But, if you have any questions, just report it. Just report it to Trust and Safety. They will handle the investigations. They will take action. Um, that is probably the thing that I'm the happiest about, is that we scaled up to this point where we do have a reliable, smart trust and safety team that is being fair to everyone, so that I don't have to be personally involved with
Right.
all the things that go on,
Right.
because that is a nightmare.
I'm grateful that we have a really on top of it team. And I know that there have been some disappointing results, people just not getting what they wanted. They wanted an immediate block or someone kicked off and it didn't
Yeah.
happen. But what we don't know is what maybe happened behind the scenes. And we're never going to get a report back of, thanks for reporting this person. We tattled on them. We find like you're not going to get a report back, right?
You might. I think with the new tooling, there will be more visibility on, like, you made this report, it was investigated, it was actioned on. There will be more communicate, like, everyone will get more comms around trust and safety stuff as time goes on and we have more tools. um, but the reports do not get ignored. Like, when someone sends something through, they're all looked at, they're all investigated and actioned or not actioned. And you may not know yet that
Something
something is
happened.
actioned,
Right.
even if it is. Yeah.
Right.
But
Um,
I will say that there's a lot of people who want things to happen to other people maliciously, and not, like, so, like, sometimes it's like this happened and they deserve to do this and they deserve to have this happen and they're right. And sometimes it's like they did this and they deserve to have this happen, and that's not actually how the TOS works, and that's not how that won't happen. You just want them kicked off the app because you want them
Right.
kicked off the app. So
Right.
I mean, we're not going to try to make everyone happy. We're going to try to be fair to everyone. Based on what we have in the TOS, and if we have to clarify and lay more information out about the TOS, like we will, if there's confusion.
And forgive me a patriotic moment, but America, freedom of speech, we never hold anyone responsible for something they did and they've already paid their debt to society for. So if they did something 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and they're a different person and they're living a different life, we absolutely would not ban somebody for something that they did years ago that they've moved on from.
It depends on the specific thing if they were found guilty for some specific things, but the vast majority of things, yes, you can, if you went to jail, we're not going to immediately kick you off the app, right? Like you went to jail, you served your time legally, you're not breaking the RTOS, then it is what it is. Like um, we want to rehabilitate people, like in the long term. That's what we really want, is we want people to be behaving better across the board, because I think generally speaking, if you go into the comment section of Instagram, look, a ton of people on Instagram are not behaving well, you know.
Right.
That's like most social media.
Right. Well, we all eventually, we were all in high school at some point and we've all gone through that. So we can understand that behavior and the idea of keeping it out of favorited. This is a grown up app for people who love to love.
Let me just say this one thing. If you get banned or you get suspended or you get spend locked, whatever the enforcement is, and you make a backup account to get around that, that is not okay. And that will actually compound your enforcement usually. No,
So
you cannot make backup.
okay, so the idea is, okay, you've been suspended, blocked, or banned, and you're trying to, go around the system and create a new account. That's a no-no. A spend lock, can you tell me what a spend lock is?
There's certain situations that your account may say you can't send gifts, or you can't. Yeah, if you can't send gifts, that is what a spend lock looks like. We're gonna have a lot more transparency
Okay.
about that too. But that is like, if something happens with payment systems, sometimes a chargeback happens either accidental or on purpose. If that happens with some of the some payment, you may get your account spend locked. You have to go through support, get it unlocked, provide some information. Someone said that's what they've been doing, making backup accounts. Please report those accounts if we find them. And also, you may think that someone got away with something, and we're just taking long. It's just the investigation is taking a while, and they will get action on eventually. And so it seems like, oh, they got away with this, but no one's going to get away with anything. We will not let people be bad actors on our app.
Trustee's got a question. What about having a backup account prior to having that block or suspend? What if you already have two accounts and one of them got in trouble and you're like, whoops, well, we'll wait for that one. I'm still going to move on with my existing second
It
account.
depends on, well, it depends on what it is. If we will be more we will have a lot of proactive comms on, like, this is what you can and can't do with this enforcement.
Okay.
Generally speaking, if you're acting in good faith, you should message the support team and ask, like, hey, this happened to my account. um, is this okay? can
Yeah.
i can i go on my backup account? That's, some enforcement, that's perfectly fine. Some, it's not okay. If you're on a suspension, you should not be on a backup account. Um, and we don't suspend like other apps. Like, it takes a lot to get suspended. And even if we do suspend, it's not for a super long time. So yeah, don't try to circumvent the app's enforcements.
There's a comment here that keeps on coming through, and I don't know what it is. So you'll
Rage
have to
bait.
remind. Yeah, what is that?
Rage bait is when someone does or says or makes content specifically to make people mad, to get them engaged, like, you know, to get them engaged from being angry.
Oh,
This is
okay,
really
okay.
common. This is really common in short form content. Yeah, trolling, but I mean, trolling is much more lighthearted than rage bait. I would say it's a very specific thing. Um, if you're blocked from gifting, please send through to c- to
Is it
please
payment?
send through to trust and safety, or
Okay, okay,
to safety, or you can do support. waiting for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why. So talk to support, and I'll get on top of that and get you some response. But there is a reason why. It's not, we don't do it automatic. It doesn't happen usually accidentally. You never recharge the account. If it happened, I'll say this: just if there was an enforcement on a different account, that may carry over to enforcement on this account. So it may seem like you didn't do anything on this account. If you did something on a different account, you will have that enforcement carryover.
Got it. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay,
Um,
we've got 20 minutes before your hard stop, and I want to leave just a few minutes for Q&A if we can. But
yeah.
there's one other thing that's been consistently brought up in the last couple weeks since we last met, and that is just payment withdrawals taking longer, and then really people are really chomping at the bit for a PayPal option or a split payout option.
I know, I know. The payments thing has been a top priority for a really long time. We're still looking for a really good payments engineer. So if anyone has payments engineers that have a lot of experience and are really good, please refer them over and have them apply. But we were on top of it. I mean, it's in flight. It's in the process in flight, especially international payments. They take a long time through Stripe, so we're working on it. We're still working on it.
And we are, I mean, it is being worked on. So Brockton, yeah, the split
Why,
payout
why am I
DT.
asking you people? Because don't you know anyone? Chris, come on. Give us some referrals. No, I mean we're working, like, obviously I don't expect you guys to be giving us talent. Like we have multiple people. Um we have a lot happening on the back end. That's why I haven't been online as much. Partially it's crazy. We're even a lot bigger from than we were a couple months ago. So we're still going.
And again, just one more touch on payments and gifting. If you're unable to gift and you haven't been notified the reason why, you should be reaching out to safety, or should you be putting in a ticket?
If you don't know what's happening with your account, just go straight to support. Support will loop in trust and safety if they need to be.
Okay, and what's the usual response time? Like, if you got a big battle that you're trying to shoot for, it's tonight. Are you going to be in trouble, not be able to gift because support doesn't get back to you for a day or two?
We're still trying to make support response quick.
Yeah.
Um, there's stuff happening on the integration there. Like, actually, that is an issue. Give all the context you can. If you're
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, I have this in a day," just like give all the context that you can to try to support. And we are working to make support faster, more responsive, more clear. Um, so just keep sending as much as you can through, and yeah, if something is taking a long time, it's definitely something that we're working on.
Yeah. Brockton, yeah, we were just talking about that. Eventually we'll be able to withdraw just a portion. You won't have to take
Yeah.
all of your coins at once. Zach, anytime you want to pop over is fine. I did want to touch on, oh, it just slipped my mind. Hold on. It's listed. Report button, safety security, recharging. Oh, the beta baddie and the OG badges. And then there was something else. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to think. So the beta baddie badge, right? Everyone here is in beta. We'll get some kind of badge. The question is, why wait until we're out of beta? Can't everyone just have that beta baddie badge now and have the little flowers that they're looking for? And then the other is, that's what it was. Okay, here's the other one. When we are doing a withdrawal or a recharge, right, there isn't a transaction history of that in our analytics that we have access to now. All you can see is gifts received and gifts sent. Is it possible to include when you cash out and when you recharge in that short history?
Yeah, that's a good call out. That's a good call out. Jeremy, are you on here? Because that's a good thing to add. That should definitely be added
Yeah.
in your history.
Yeah.
And we can add it retroactively too, but
Hi, Splash. Okay, so Tails is saying we don't see our transaction history. We see up to the last 3 or 4 days in our profile. Once we have, we're waiting for the rebuild for the activities feed to become an inbox so that we can get additional data, including we'll have an analytics report there that we'll be able to go back way back.
I don't know what's going to be available in like V1 of Inbox, but there's a lot. All history stuff is tracked and
Okay.
will be available depending on how we decide to make it available. But it's all it's all tracked. There's a lot of retroactive awarding we will do. There's a lot of retroactive progress stuff we will do.
Beth,
Access to information. All the stuff is going to be available.
our gorgeous Best Buy baby just curious about any new gifts, any new level up celestial style gifts. I don't know what he might be referencing, but I'm just gonna cozy up into this cozy Best Buy merch here while you guys talk amongst yourselves.
That's
Best Buy baby, that's right, Best Buy baby, the first level 100 galactic on the app.
yeah, that is oh wait, hold on. Fintech, yeah, tell engineers jobs.favorited.com. Um I to be honest with you, I'm cannot believe that is not out yet. That I mean,
Not as of
it
yet.
it is
It's
it
been a month.
is by far the coolest gift that exists. I
It is.
I there is a technical blocker that we've been working on, but I thought that should be done by now. I it's there. Like it should be any time, but I don't know. Right after this call, I will look into
Okay.
that because that's yeah.
Okay, you want to pop over here for some Q&A, Zach?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you guys pop
Everyone
over to
go
this
over to
side
Meg's.
and
Everyone
we're
go
going
over
to
to
talk
Meg's.
about
If you're waiting for a withdrawal, please send a message to support. They will
support.
give you some clarity.
Absolutely. All
Yeah, support
right,
yeah,
Chris
or
Lewis,
react.
please don't, Chris Lewis, my friend Chris Lewis. Positivity, peace, love, my friend. Positivity, peace, love, Chris Lewis.
Chris,
I
I'm down to chat. Like there's this is way harder than you think. Honest, whatever you want to talk about, I'm down. Months for what?
come on
Hold on,
over, Chris.
I'm coming over. I'm coming
Come on
over.
over. Come on over, my loves. We absolutely have a great opportunity here. What other social media app will bring their owner and CEO and co-founder and give you guys an opportunity to yell at them or ask questions or give compliments or concerns? We are rated G, my friends, and I would ask that you keep all your comments respectful. But my darlings, it is an open forum, and of course, you can ask or make comments as you like. I will bring you up. Absolutely. We only have about 15 minutes though, and we have a lot of people that do have a lot of questions about just kind of the same stuff that we talk about often. When are we going to have filters? What about green screen? What about an analytics report with history? When can I share my live to my friends? Discord's a mess. How come I can't have Discord? You know, why do we have to have Discord? Veterans badges, LG, I see you. Can higher gifters get their own personal gifts? We actually have talked about that quite a bit before. When you level up in your verification status, getting some perks like a personalized gift, that's definitely something we've talked about for sure. So any recommendations that you have or things that you want to check status on, just pop over to the feedback.favorited.com website and you can take a look at what's been suggested. There's also, of course, an opportunity for you to upvote what's there and put in a new request if there's something that you wanted to vote on yourself. Let's see if we can get Zach in here. I'm just waiting for Zach to pop over. Probably getting a nice cool drink of water in that California sun. I love that we've got so many veterans here. By the way, somebody said, I want your hat, my darling. You can get my hat. You can get a whole bunch of my hat and all the other stuff we have, including your OG and Beta Batty merch, Meg's merch, your Sprinkle Twinkle merch, your Gotcha, Get You Squishy merch. Just click on my profile here and that beacons link. That's right. Thank you so much, my lovelies. Make sure you're following everyone. 221 MVPs in this live. Don't forget Best Buy, baby, with that freaking diamond generator with the freaking summit, Mistress of Chaos and Touche, and our gorgeous Gypsy. Thank you so much, Winter White and Trusty and Farmer Donnie, Tails and Tilly. Thank you so much, Cowboy Steve. I saw you live earlier, Steve. Absolutely amazing to see you. Alicia's here. Thank you so much. Splash is here. You guys, you freaking legends. Thank you so much. Just waiting for Zach to pop in, and we've got about 15 minutes for some Q&A. I don't see Chris Lewis in here anymore. Chris, if you want to come up and chat with Zach, please put in a request. El Rico is here. My gorgeous brother Bubba is here. Let's go, Bubba. All right. Zach went offline because he's coming over here, my love. He's coming over here to be a co-host here. There he is, right there. All right. Changing that layout. Hello. All right. Christmas, Diamond Bait, Jade Marie, come on in, my darlings. Let's keep it to one question each, okay? All right, Christmas, go ahead.
Hi, how you doing? Zach, question is about the banners.
Yep.
I'm noticing as we're going through the banners, we'll see ones relevant for today and tomorrow. But as we're scrolling through, there's ones that are 34 days back. And we've applied for banners and got approved for them. And they don't seem, I'll say one didn't arrive. We haven't applied for a bunch, but I don't know. Is there something being worked on to where we can have a more efficient timeline on the banners so they're relevant for the next couple of days and not have one sitting out there for a month?
Can who applied for the banners?
Well, we had one that we applied
Got
for and got
approved?
approved uh,
Uh,
for a birthday battle.
okay.
And it never came up. But when we look, you can go back and see there's ones that are sitting 34 days out, 14 days out, 20 some odd days out, and it just
Yep.
seems like it's kind of an inefficient process of
Yep.
use for. And I don't know if that's something you're working on, or it's just being
Yeah.
overlooked. But we would like to see some more efficiency there, so they're getting popped
So
up because I assume
yep.
there's more than the ones out there closer than 30 days.
All right. Who's in that battle? I'll check on that in particular one. But we do have a system coming to schedule your own events, and then there will be a more efficient system to get them featured.
Okay. That's my only question to save time. Thank you, Zach.
Well, appreciate it.
All right, Jade Marie.
I have a question. Since I'm in the disability income, I cannot cancel over too much mapping. I want can cancel the under $1,000. So when can they update the manage person?
So we are talking about a split payout. Jade is
Yeah,
concerned
yeah.
about the amount she
Cause I've been
withdraws.
cancel for a while. I cannot cancel
Yeah.
because my
Yeah.
disabled income. So I'm gonna
Yes.
cancel
Yes.
the under $1,000.
Yeah. We split payments is coming with a whole payments overhaul, and that's taken way longer than it ever should have.
Okay.
So, but obviously we're working on it, but that's in there.
Cause I want to keep some in my pivot and some in the bank.
Yep.
Cause I've been cashed out for a while. So.
Yep. Yeah, I got
Okay.
you. I
Okay.
understand.
And
Thank
the other
you.
question Jade had was, will Favor to be involved in VidCon maybe another year if for the
Oh
people
yeah,
that
yeah,
can't
yeah.
go this year?
Forgot.
I mean, I'm going to be going to
I cannot go
VidCon
this
for
year.
forever. Yeah, this is the 11th straight year that I haven't missed one in 11 years. So I will keep going. Hopefully we have an even bigger presence next year. Sometimes there's a thing where there's where VidCon and another conference overlap, and so some people go to that other one versus VidCon. But yeah, I mean, I plan on being there permanently. So
Okay, I'm
Thank
not going
you.
next year. I cannot go this year. Cause
Thank you,
no.
Jade Marie,
come
my
next
love.
year for sure.
Thank you, sweetheart. All right. Chris Lewis, I think.
Chris, tell me.
Yeah,
I got you.
what. That I don't know, bro. It's just like I've been on this app for like 5 months, and in the beginning
Yep.
everything was great, and it seemed like improvements were being made at a decent rate, right? And I was cool with all
Yep.
that. And then I continued to watch these Wisdom Wednesdays, and then like obviously the TikTok crash like made, you know, whatever. There was problems with that. But ever since that, this app, and you guys were making money hand over fist at that point, to be honest. Like, I mean, I know I was, so you guys must have been as well, right? So where did all that money go if it didn't go to like engineering, if it didn't go to marketing, if it didn't go to people, and people that know what they're doing? If you're sitting in a Wisdom Wednesday, bro, and you're asking the community how to fix the app, that's a problem.
I'm not
Well,
asking the community how to fix the app. You underestimate how difficult it is to hire world-class engineers like really, really quickly. The team has grown. We have a lot of really good people who are working on a lot of things. Like I said, one of the top priorities is building out the back end for the trust and safety tooling. You will never see any of that stuff. There's a whole bunch of software that has to be built to make sure that we're on top of things and enforcing things quickly. It's a lot harder than it seems. And
no, that's fair,
I'll
and I
say like
understand.
but dude, if you think that you're even close to as frustrated as we are, as the team
It's
is
not my
on
job,
things that
Christina.
are
It's not
still
my job to do it, and I'm not claiming I can.
no, I'm saying we're anything that you're seeing that's like still a problem. Like I always operate from like this is, I'm excited about what we can
That's
do in the
fine. It
future,
is
but
my business. I am an employee of the company, you
no, no,
know? So it is my
no,
business how
Chris,
the company is being ran.
don't.
It is my
Yeah, yeah,
business.
yeah.
That's
No,
fine.
I don't mind this at all. No, no, no. I like this. No, don't. This is not something that we should like. I want this. Like, you're here, you care enough, and you're frustrated. Like, that's what I understand,
Nobody
and that's
complained,
how I
nothing
feel.
would get fixed. Nobody would know what the problems are if
Well,
nobody
I
complained.
mean, yeah.
So
No, yeah, yeah, yeah,
why
yeah.
are people in the comments saying it's wrong for me to be complaining about something that
No,
I've
no,
put
no.
so much time, effort, and
People are.
consistency into?
I know, I know. People are like. It's the thing is, like, I understand the frustration. I still, like, I'm always trying to operate from optimism, and we will solve these problems. Like, this is the question of, like, it taking too long is frustrates me as much or more than it frustrates you, because this is my whole life, and the team's whole life. But we will solve the problems. Like, we're 100% on top of it. It just takes it's harder to scale a company like this than you think it is. The building an MVP, getting to that point where we're, obviously there were some technical issues when TikTok went down, and they all came over, but it was like, okay, well, that's understandable, right? Because we were a really small team. There's a whole nother bunch of challenges, like even the office space, like just the office space alone, to have a team that goes past 20 into like 50, 60, 100 people becomes a pain, a pain in the ass. Like, just I mean, sorry, a pain in the butt. I'm sorry. But so
You're one.
what I'm saying is, like, I understand the frustration, and the things that you're frustrated about. I am every day there is an effort to solve some of those things. Like, and if you want to keep giving information on, like, this is not good enough, this is not good enough, you should apply for the beta program so that you can keep giving us, like, constant feedback, because you'll also see more of the, like, direct effort. Some of the stuff that we test doesn't actually go into production, because it's like, okay, well, this isn't like a good solution for that. And because now we have these processes, it's not just we're not just throwing features out without testing it. Although we had to rush out the VidCon thing, which was his own frustration. It's just it's a big challenge. So I hope you stick around, and you're frustrated until the things get solved, and then you're with us forever when they are solved.
No worries. It's okay, and I appreciate you answering the question. Now,
Yeah.
another thing is, right, like it's like frustrating that, you know, whatever, I have 20,000 followers, whatever, but it's getting no
Yep.
views, and then I go on like Instagram or I go on like Facebook and I have to see Fareed's terrible. When I say terrible, I mean the worst ads and marketing that I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know about
I
that.
swear. He asked people to
You know what?
join the app. They say no, and then he posts that as an ad. What? What kind of marketing is
We
that?
we like to meme. We like to meme. I don't know if you've seen the
Oh my god.
mobile game ads with
Have you seen the
the
comments
people,
on the
like,
ads? Have you seen the comments on the ads?
yes, yes, yeah. We we're,
All
we're
right.
we're trying stuff. We're trying stuff.
I
If
think
you
it's
want to,
time to hire somebody besides
do you
Fareed
want to
to do
do
the marketing.
we're making hires constantly. Look, just bear with us. But if you want to make an ad for us,
No, it's not my
you want to
job.
make an ad for us?
It's not my job.
It's not. But if you want to,
No. My job is to
I know.
live stream, bro.
I know.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna
We're
do that wherever I feel like is best. But like I love this app. And when
yeah.
it began, like when I got on this app, I love the community. It's nothing to do with the community. It's nothing to do with anybody on the app personally. Like for
Well,
real. It's
that's
not. It's the
yeah.
fact that like I
That's
feel like these Wisdom Wednesdays have been going on for months and you guys have just been saying,
yeah.
we're working on it, we're working on it, we're working on it. And I get things take time, but it's like, holy shit. I mean, sorry, Meg, sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I'll see
You
it.
owe
I'll
a
come by later. I know, I
you
know,
owe
I
a
know. I
yeah.
know.
You owe
I
something.
know.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you though. I hear you though.
All
I
right.
you keep giving the feedback, because we'll figure it out.
All right. Thank you
I
for
Thank you,
appreciate you.
Chris.
letting me come up
Appreciate
here.
you,
Thanks,
Chris.
Chris.
All right, bye.
All right,
Bye.
SWAT, my love, SWAT, real quick.
Okay, that
Hey,
good day. I have a problem with the page on Instagram, the favorited page, because I think I put in the work and the person that running that page is not a fan of me. Because when the vid, it's not the first time. When the VidCam start, I finish in the top 3. I was not posted. And the
I think
next
you were.
day, no, I wasn't. I wasn't. When the VidCam just start, I finished in the top 3 and I wasn't posted. And the next day, the top 3 was posted. And the day after, the next top 3 was posted. And the final, the top 3 was posted. That's one of the problem I have. And the second problem I have is for the VidCam that we're going. I'm thinking to bring a lot of persons on my team. They push me. I'm bringing 3 persons out my pocket. So can I get a free something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for one and next one
Yeah,
somewhere.
everyone who qualified for the top 20, there's more stuff that you'll get, but
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
don't
what
worry.
I was about the freeness. That's what I came to talk about. All right.
Yep.
You could
But I
shout
mean,
me.
Thank you,
Wait,
Squad.
wait,
I'll
wait,
post
wait.
you on my
Eva.
personal Instagram.
Okay. Okay. Do that for me. Thank you. You could shout me.
Thank you, Sky Honey. I mean, I love it. Bixter, take us away. Bixter, can you unmute? Oh, there you are.
My question is, why do you have moderators if they can't do nothing? Like, I get so upset that when the host leaves, everybody leaves. Like, there should be moderator functions so the moderator can, like, take over.
Moderator, we've talked a lot about more empowerment for moderators and letting moderators do stuff even when the host is offline. So we're scoping that out, but we will definitely empower moderators more.
Okay, and the
I got you. I hear you.
Thank you, Miss
Sorry,
Bixter.
I gotta
We
go because
appreciate you so
I
much.
gotta jump. Best
Sorry
Buy,
about
how's
that.
it going? How you feeling?
Hey, how you doing, man? I just wanted to say I apologize to
Good.
Chris Lewis because I was when I said he was rude, but they're valid questions. I used to be in his shoes about
It-
2 months ago. The
yeah,
bottom line is,
I get it.
and the bottom line is, when Farid and he came up with DT and they said, you guys got so successful so quick. You guys need engineers. You guys need them. You need people that know your way of doing things, the engineers. And it takes TikTok a long time. It takes people, and I was frustrated. I was right where he's at. It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen overnight. TikTok didn't happen overnight. My views are not great, but what I'm learning, I'd rather have quality views than quantity views. I have 55,000 followers. I have about 25 daily, unless there's some drama, then I get 150. But other than that, I'd rather have quality than quantity. And I'm trying to calm down a little bit with it because I was where Chris was. It's going to take time. And that's the bottom line.
Yep.
So
I
that's
got
all.
I hear everyone on this stuff like that. It's if there's anything, I'll say that, like, if there's anything that you're frustrated about that's going on with the app, please send it through the feedback. Like if you were like, this is a thing, like we want the feedback, but also trust that we are just as frustrated with anything that's going on. But in terms of like number of views, like that is also how we look at it. We want to build a community that is strong and not necessarily just have as many people as possible. So
Right.
but there's gonna be a lot more people because we have barely even started with marketing. The Farid skits are like V1 of what our marketing is gonna be like. And it'll be fun. Like we're gonna have fun with the campaigns going forward.
Sometimes with the campaigns and my Best Buy waterproofing, I'm flying in the air as Best Buy man, and it's so corny. People remember it. So I like to have stupid
You
ads.
want to do
People
that?
remember stupid things. Yeah. It's on my Instagram.
You want to be
You want to be in an ad?
okay?
Best Buy? Yeah.
You want to be in an ad flying in
No,
this?
I say that's what I am for my other company.
Yeah.
When I'm on TV. So if you want to fly,
Hell yeah.
if you want to fly me, if you want to fly on another ad, like my South African princess is going to come to VidCom. If you want to fly me and her, let's go.
Free stuff +1.
+1, baby.
Thank you, Zach.
I like the
Zach. Keep up the
comment.
great job. You guys are doing a good job. It
Appreciate
takes time.
you.
I'm over it. I was in Chris's shoes. I'm over it. I'm good. Let's go.
Thank you, my
Awesome.
excellent friends.
Love to
Appreciate
have you
you.
on, and we need to get you that gift. It's so cool. Also, I like the idea in the comments. Someone said marketing competition.
Yeah.
We should maybe do that.
Yeah. Why don't we
That
submit our ideas or our ads, and then if we're chosen, you get perks and specials and all that stuff.
yeah, I like. There's like, okay, yeah, we'll figure something out with that.
All
I
right.
like it.
Great. Thank
Cheers,
you.
guys. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Zach. Thanks
Megs.
so much.
See you, Best Buy.
Best
Appreciate
Buy,
everyone.
you
Thank
legend.
you.
Best Buy, you guys, if you have not followed Best Buy, he's right there. We talk about him
Thank
all
you.
the time. Three-prong approach, baby.
Thank you.
Follow everyone and ensure that you're popping in on those creators that are providing content that is engaging, content that is positive, content that is absolutely fresh, and of course, it's interactive. My friends, thank you for being
Thanks.
here on Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
following each other. It's always a requirement when you come in here, my live, you follow everyone. We are a community that loves to love. We are people who love to love. And a rising
Appreciate
tide, remember, lifts all boats from the little tugboat to the grand yacht. Okay, let's go.
it. Thanks a lot. Have a great one.
Love you, brother. Thank you
Love
so
you.
much, you legend.
Take care.
All right, you guys, we are going to reset and we are going to play another round of Love to Love box battles here on Favorite It. It is a community game. This is the app for people who love to love. And because we're now officially out of Wisdom Wednesday is now over. It's my birthday on Saturday, and I am pushing all week long. I've never asked, and I'm asking. I am asking for your support. I do a great job here. I do a lot of work for you guys and for myself, and I'm asking to end the week in top 10 weekly, and I'm asking to be on podium for my birthday on Saturday. So that is my ask, my darlings. We are going to reset. We're going to come back and do. Thank you, Christina, for the gorgeous. I've been staring at the edge of the water. Thank you so much, my gorgeous friend. We're going to reset and come back and do Love to Love. This is a community game. If you're looking for followers, friends, coins, if you're looking for awesome music or just a good, positive, uplifting, rated G time, come on back and we will play the Love to Love box battle. It is going to be 12 1-minute rounds, 6 new players each time. Anyone can play. Just request a box, all right? You can absolutely play again if you've already played today. It's a brand new game. We're going to reset. MVP, our moderators, okay? Andrew was here with that freaking amulet. Andrew, thank you so much. Of course, our gorgeous Brockton Magnet Fisher was here. Generator was here. Christmas was here. Squirrel was here. Thank you so much for being here. Brittany Animals away in 3, 2, 1. My last. Thank you so much. I believe Tater popped in. I want to say Had Fried Rice might have popped in, and Relentless Will too. And I'm so grateful for our incredible moderators. Okay, you guys, rated G. We will see if Chris Lewis delivers that speed demon in the swear jar. But you know what? I do appreciate open and honest conversations. I appreciate when conversations get heated, but I also appreciate even more when we are able to have those conversations without contention. Conflict is always a thing, right? We're always going to have conflicting ideas and opinions, and that's great. That's what this world thrives on. But the contention, if we can do away with that, my darlings, we will be all better off. And I was grateful that this was such a great Wisdom Wednesday this week. Next week, I do have a special guest for Wisdom Wednesday. I feel like I don't want to drop a name now because woo! But my darlings, here's the thing. Next week, we will have another favorited employee come and do Wisdom Wednesday with us. Thank you so much for the good you are and the good you do. We will be right back for Love to Love, you guys. Be right back for the Love to Love box battle community game here on Favorited. See you shortly.